Chovy gets to look to make the big plays. Getting a flash this early is fantastic for the Silas in this matchup.
Yeah, a little bit greedy for Cryan as well, because he, of course, hadn't teleported back to lane yet and was just overstaying maybe just a little bit, as Will is going to come through, but Ming is in position, but Vista's here as well. Facebreaker is decent there from Ming, but First Blood's still going to go down over to Harm While Life, and immediately it's answered as Chovy falls down. Ming now down to 300, not going to have another haymaker, and that is going to be another kill to come through from Willa, who was cosplaying as Twisted Fate. And now, still fighting. The flash forward from Wei takes a turret shot as Vista's looking for a deft. Turns up now as the stun comes in onto Gala. He's going to satchel his way out, and I think maybe that now the action's over.
Ming plays us, setting up a trap here.
Yeah, Wei now going to put down the ward so that he could safeguard out, and Morgan's actually going to be able to find the hook shot to kick back onto Willa to get him out of here. And now Morgan has to deal with three. Wei's very low, but he's still alive for the moment, as now Chovy going to use that stolen kick to try and get some work done, but immediately he's going to get taken down. It's a double kill now for Xiaohu, as Will is desperately trying to find it, and there's the Heartbreaker finally coming in, and Cryan is now behind enemy lines. Ming's in trouble on the bottom side as well, but does get a double Facebreaker as Gala's trying to rain those bombs from over the wall. Deft doesn't have the ulti, but will have one more auto attack as he flashes on forward. The Q's going to be there as Solar Flare comes through from Vista. He's got 100 health, but he does not care, and the Ziggs will get taken down, and he's unable to answer.
Oh man, you can see him scratching his head there as well.
As now Willa, speaking of Xiaohu could be in trouble as Cryan's going to turn up. Willa immediately tries to ult his way out. There's the flash as well, and it is going to be Wei that shuts down the Viego. But now, Chovy comes on in there, finds himself the showstopper. Now he's underneath the turret. Wildcards will go wide, and it's a 1-for-1 in the end. About an RNG have so many tools to start fights whenever they want to as well. You press Destiny, you decide whether the players are on parts of the map that you want them to be. As there's a kick flash from Wei, finds himself to Q as well, as now Chovy. Yeah, I don't think Wei wants to fight him underneath the turret. Of course, Kingslayer is still pretty strong.
He's got the
trying to get out of here, yeah. Showstopper still available. There it is, as Chovy doesn't have that Kingslayer back available. Hanwha, they are looking for Shirley. They should be able to lock her down as Morgan's underneath this top outer turret.
And they have so much control over the Dragon now. They had vision control before this, and after this exchange, I mean, it's just free. Unlike Esports don't even get the chance to take it. And yes, they are going to send Morgan to the top side of the map. Might be able to get that inner turret, but that's greedy, that's risky in itself. And what can you get here as Hanwha Esports? You're just walking home with nothing.
Activity? Are you talking about the LoL state?
I might.
Oh, well, it's not happening. This is going to get tagged up. Now going to flash on forward. Finds the Zenith Blade into the backline. As now Morgan dives on in. Cryan's in a bit of trouble as now Ming finds himself on the front line. Mega Inferno Bomb, not a lot of value, but the Camille will still fall. And RNG, they find their pick, and Harm While Life Esports unable to continue forward.
RNG in those slower fights is going to be so strong.
Yeah, so hard playing a dive comp into a Ziggs as well as Wei. Taking a fair bit of damage here. There's a Destiny from Cryan, though, to immediately come through and save the day. Mega Inferno Bomb, speaking of which, that is just going to obliterate Vista. And there's the kick flash onto Morgan. He's going to die as an afterthought as Willa going to flash his way out. Wei immediately following, though, had that resonating strike already coming through. And now Willa has to try and get out. Doesn't have flash or Heartbreaker, but RNG not going to be able to catch up to him. I don't understand them at all. It's just not a great
They make your joint thing. But RNG trying to look for the engage here.
Yep, Chovy going to use those chains to get himself out. Vista just soaking the Mega Inferno Bomb. Some chains coming through here as now Vista dives on in. The teleport is channeled as Ming finds the engage, but there's no follow-up here from RNG as Wei finally will find his way in there. But Deft is just free hitting from the back line. Wei could be in trouble. That is going to be a Q going to Narnia as now Cryan running away. Does have some wild cards he's going to throw out in Hanwha. They're just going to grab a couple of picks and now look for a potential Baron.
I mean, this is not the way you want to fight with this team fight composition that RNG have. You're once again walking kind of base first into Hanwha Life Esports. That is where the composition is going to excel. Use your range advantage, poke at them, use that Ziggs. Don't just walk straight in. Now we're at a stage where Hanwha Life Esports can rush this Baron down so easily here, and they're going to be the first ones to take it. And suddenly, this is anyone's game to take. That inhibitor turret, and they could just walk up, group up perfectly timed for this mountain. Morgan still has a flank angle here, but he's spotted.
They know he's there. They know he's there. They saw him walk up. The pings are already going down.
Yeah, the Destiny comes on in there as Deft flies on forward, looks for Gala, but he flashes himself out. Deft goes gold, and now Shahu is in trouble. Immediately the pylon comes on in. Deft gets over the wall as now Willa trying to keep himself alive, but he's not going to be able to. Chovy surviving in amongst four, but that ain't going to last for very long. Is now Deft looking to burst down the Drake, and he does it! But can they actually survive in this game? I mean, I guess they managed to get a pick onto Shahu's a lot of the damage.
Back. And with the amount of damage with the items you have right now, it's up to Hanwha again to
Teleport
make a play,
flank.
and they're going for it.
Yeah, Morgan looking for that flanking teleport. Who's he going to ulti as Vista flashes, grabs the solar flare, and in comes immediately out of nowhere Morgan. And he's going to be able to go down to his GA, keeps himself alive. That is 2 kills now for Chovy. Can he save this KDA is the real question. As now Hanwha chasing after the remaining 3 members of RNG. Vista not quite sure which way he wants to go, and Deft isn't going to be able to catch up. So they are going to be able to leave Cryan, Wei, and Shahu to get themselves out.
Mostly for Hanwha, to a lesser extent for RNG, where a good fight in of itself hasn't really led to a breakpoint of objectives. Yeah, Hanwha got the Baron, and then the power play was like 1,500 gold because RNG was actually the one pushing in, but now Hanwha going for the Baron again.
If at first you don't succeed, get another Baron, I think is the call here, as Hanwha Life have started it off. It goes down extraordinarily quickly.
That
Deft
was
does
so late.
so much damage. It's at 3,000 health, and RNG aren't going to be able to take it. That's going to be secured by Deft of all people. A great face breaker, but Ming, again, no follow-up whatsoever, as now Shahu gets himself in there. Going to be able to grab the Camille, who didn't have that GA, as you knew. And Wei now finding that pick off. As it's unfortunately the Viego that is going to go down. No resets this time around as the chains are flying around, but it's always a numbers advantage here for RNG, and Chovy once again going to get taken down.
Deft the lone survivor here. Defending this is going to be so frustrating to try to do. And I got to say, RNG once again engaging into Hanwha Life Esports, closing the gap first, but the facebreaker is actually what makes it okay this time. And now Deft, it's going to take a lot more than heroics, I think, to defend this base.
Yeah, he needs to kill all the minions. Otherwise, it should be RNG just being able to push on forward. There's 20 seconds on the next member of Hanwha Life Hanwha to actually come up as Deft goes into the supercharger, but there's the exhaust. Goes down to his GA. I guess it's not quite over just yet, but he's in amongst 4, and that is going to be that. RNG, they pull Hanwha Life apart, they give them a Baron, and then take their Nexus and say, that's a pretty good trade.